on Starr, and you're watching Red Snow?
RedEye.
RedEye, and I am representing Dead Snow, the movie, Red vs. Dead.
Obviously, now that the movie is finally being finished and playing at Sundance, you've spent a lot of time with it, but is there still a part of you that is kind of like, holy crap, I'm an action hero in a zombie movie?
No, because it doesn't feel that way. There's so much to it. Like it's not like an action hero in any traditional sense. It's a very like unique movie. So it feels it's pretty cool though. It's a pretty cool ending to be like an action hero.
When you were a kid, did you remember ever having like when you were just kind of playing and messing around? Did you have fantasies that could even be related to? I assume most kids don't think about killing Nazi zombies, but something
all
even...
the time I used to, yeah, but I was always a Nazi zombie in my fantasies.
You were the one attacking.
I was trying to get people to die on my hands. No, I don't. You mean like in general, just I have daydreams of action movie grandeur?
Yeah, or just kind of like being invested in that fantasy world that way.
Not really. I mean, I love True Lies, but that doesn't count. Having a fantasy about being an action hero. I didn't work out enough ever to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. So.
Sure. Well, I thought it was interesting. I'm not sure the line exactly, but you say something to the effect of like, we're nerd, this is what we do, all this technology shit or something like that. To what degree do you think Dead Snow is, and the Zombie Squad in particular, is going for sort of a nerd fantasy?
100% it is. I mean, there's an actual organization called the Zombie Squad. So in a major way, we're representing all of the people that, if given the opportunity to combat a zombie apocalypse, they would take that opportunity, and who naturally seem like, to most people, to be just nerds or delusional or something. And so this is just about three child-minded adults who like get to live that fantasy.
I feel like the Zombie Squad must have absolutely freaked out when they found out this movie was happening.
Yeah, I think they wanted to know. At first, they were like skeptical. This is what Tommy said. Like they were like, "Oh yeah, what's your movie about?
Who's playing me?"
Yeah, something like that. But it was clear that they just wanted to make sure that they weren't going to be made fun of, and they're represented, I think, well in this.
Was there a movie that you remember when you were younger that evoked the same kind of reaction that Dead Snow, Red vs. Dead did with the crowd last night from you?
I can't. I mean, Evil Dead, but I never got to see that in the theater with an audience. So, but yeah, I mean, I haven't seen a gory movie like this ever in an audience or theater. Only like horror. But that's very different. It's a very different vibe. I mean, it's just so funny. Like there's such a very clear and well distributed mix of comedy and just bloody gore. It's fantastic. We kill so many zombies. It's awesome. I don't know if she told you this, but Jocelyn was so excited to see them again because we had spent 2 months with these masked individuals who didn't speak our language even, and we didn't, well, that's not true, they spoke our language, but we didn't talk to them much just because unless we were interacting directly with them, there were hundreds of them kind of always around as extras. And she was so excited to see those two at the premiere last night that she like freaked out, and she ran up and gave them hugs, and she was like, oh my god, it was amazing. It's like tears in her eyes.
Well, Jocelyn and Ingrid told me that they sort of had at least one moment, if not more, during filming when it was easy to feel a little afraid because it's like, there are all these chainsaws, maybe something will go wrong, maybe someone put a real chain on by accident. Did you have any moments like that?
Nope. Not a one. And to be honest, I think they were lying to you. I wouldn't trust them. I wouldn't trust them as far as I could throw them.
Really?
Specifically Ingrid.
How far can you throw them?
I haven't tried. I will email you.
They are right there.
I will give it a go tonight. You want me to do it now?
Yeah, try to throw them.
Here we go.
No.
Do you mind if I'm going to flip you upside down?
Great.
And throw you?
Perfect. See, it's trust. We've got trust. He's doing great. Wow!
3 feet.
He's strong.
I trust for 3 feet.
How about with Jocelyn?
Oh, jeez. This is going to make it a lot more difficult.
So we cannot trust Jocelyn at all. We can trust Ingrid 3 feet of trust.
Jocelyn either has really good grip or weighs a lot more.
Well, I have to ask you about Freaks and Geeks as a big fan of the show.
Sure.
Do you find that people are still like, that seems like something that will probably never go away because there was so much love for that. Is that something that...
Well, and it's captured on celluloid forever.
Well, as far as like, when people stop you on the street, I have to imagine that may be one of the first, if not the first things that they bring up. What do people say to you in that setting?
I don't know. It depends. Usually it's, you look familiar. Where do I know you from? That's probably the most common. And then I just say, I don't know, maybe we went to high school together, and I start walking away.
I'm sure you have so many memories from the show, but when you think back, is there one iconic moment that comes to mind that you can think of?
Not one iconic moment, but it was, I mean, it's still one of the highlights of my life, my career. Yeah, I mean, I think that's something that I want to emulate when I, you know, if what I'm writing and working on as a producer and whatever other capacities, you know, I venture down in film and television, that's the same environment that I want to create, because it felt, I mean, the same if not better environment was created also on Party Down, where it was just like-minded people there for the cause of creating something as good as we could. And sometimes you don't know what it is until you're done, but you're all putting 100% into creating this beautiful painting.
Well, and that was actually what I was going to ask you next, is that I really appreciate and respect how open you've been about just simply wanting to work with people that you like and that projects that you can believe in. I just watched the Party Down episode where you want to watch the orgy happening and they won't let you. Go with me on this. Has there ever been a time in your career, because of having those priorities, that you felt like you're on the outside of this orgy that's happening in Hollywood where people don't think about it that way?
No, I don't. I feel like I'm a part of the orgy. This is where, I mean, it's to be able to work with such great people, and like, I mean, I was fortunate to find a group of people on Dead Snow, but you know, to continue finding new people to collaborate with that are just as like-minded. That's not a sentence. That are like-minded in different countries, in different places, in different genres of television and movies is like it's a dream. I'm living a wonderful, wonderful dream. So.